What's up, y'all? Welcome back to a new episode of our podcast. My name is Celeste. I don't have CJ and Mickey with me today, or I shouldn't even really be calling it a new episode because we're not actually doing our traditional video today. We're switching it up just a little bit. So we're going to be doing an introduction video where you guys are just listening to us talk one-on-one, answering some questions, just getting to know us a little bit more because we never actually did one on our channel. So this week is going to be a short little break. Just go tune into the other videos if you haven't already and go run those up. And we'll be back next week with an official podcast video. So the first question that we're going to be answering is, what is our background? So I was born and raised in Queens, New York. Went to middle school here, high school here, college. I've been here my entire life, okay? I'm a New York baby. My nationality, though, my mom is Guyanese and my father was born here in America. So Guyanese American. My dad was born in Alabama, so kind of have some southern roots in me, I guess, but Guyanese American is what we're gonna go with. I have one sibling. He's older than me, my brother. Something else on my background I can say, like currently I'm in college. I'm a college student, so I'm studying to be a nurse currently right now. Maybe that will change, maybe it will not, but right now I'm going to school to be a nurse and I'm supposed to graduate in about 2 years, just for reference. 21 years old. I turned 22 in November and I'm a Scorpio. Boom.
Hey guys, I'm Mickey. I'm the M in JMC. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself. So as far as my background goes, I come from a big family. There's 8 people in my immediate family: my mom, my 5 sisters, and my little brother. I was born in New York and I lived here until I was around 8 years old, and then I moved to Costa Rica. I lived there for a long time and then I recently moved back to New York. So I've been here for like 2 years around that time. As far as my ethnicity goes, and like my family background in that sense, there's a lot of things. I'm mix up, like mixed girl for real. I'm Panamanian, Guyanese, and Puerto Rican. It's a lot of things. But that's my background.
What's up, y'all? It's me, CJ, Cecil, however you know me, I guess. And yeah, let's do this. So yeah, my name is Cecil, CJ, as most people know me. And just about me, I guess. That's about me. Well, born in Queens, raised in Queens, Flushing, New York. You know, I'm from all over though. You feel me? I like being in different places. I was in Brooklyn a lot when I was in high school. I was in Bayside a lot when I was in middle school, you know. So it depends really where I want to go, I guess. Right. What were the other questions? Yeah. I have a sibling. Y'all have seen her in the podcast. Jamina, that's my younger sister. That's my only sibling. And yeah, I'm 22, gonna be 23 this year. Yeah, I'm gonna be 23 this year. Yeah, I'm super old. Feel super old at least. But anyways. I don't know why the ending piece of this didn't work out properly, but I guess what I wanted to say after that was also that I am Caribbean, Jamaican and St. Lucian. I like spicy foods, love spicy foods. The ghost pepper wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, I buy them on purpose because they're just that good. And I'm trying to go to school for engineering, mechanical engineering specifically, to get my degree. And my birthday is in August, so I'm a Virgo. And yeah. Anyways, back to the video.
I would say that my 3 main hobbies right now are filming for YouTube, taking pictures, and going to the gym. Those are like my 3 main hobbies right now, because I'm trying to work on my body, but I'm also trying to get my mental health straight. And honestly, recording videos and editing and stuff can be very therapeutic. It is a lot of hard work as well, but for me, it really just becomes therapeutic. Like, it lights a fire in my ass. Like, I stay up until the wee hours of the morning editing sometimes, because it's just something in me. It's like a passion for it. So yeah, editing, filming, taking pictures, it kind of goes hand in hand. And then also just why am I having a brain fart? Going to the gym. Oh my goodness, I need to put that blood down.
Three main hobbies I have would probably be creating content, reading, and I guess it doesn't really count, but doing my schoolwork. I'm a psychology major, so it kind of also is a hobby. There's a lot of readings that I would do on my own that I have to do in psychology classes, so it kind of falls into the same thing. Other than that, I don't really have a lot of hobbies. Oh, I also do hair, so that's another hobby of mine. Granted, now that I'm saying this, these all sound like just things that I do and not hobbies. That counts, right? I think so.
My 3 main hobbies. I don't know. I got a lot of hobbies. I like editing videos. I like sleeping a lot, and I don't know. I guess I like being active, but you know, I'm kind of lazy at the same time. It depends. Oh no, I'll put writing. I like writing a lot. Writing, I do enjoy it. I don't do it as often as I should, but I've enjoyed it a lot in my lifetime. It's just, you know, a way to express yourself, stuff like that. So.
Biggest motivation. I would have to say that my biggest motivation in life and for life in general is honestly my mother. She motivates me to keep going because the life that she gives me and she continues to provide for me, even though I'm over the age of 18, is something that I really want to be able to provide for my kids. And I really just feel like also what motivates me is just the fact that I want more for myself. So just the idea eating me alive that I'm not where I want to be is motivation alone. And it's like every day, if I don't accomplish something or I don't reach a certain goal or something, I'm just like thinking about the fact that, like, Celeste, you're not where you want to be at. Your dream life is waiting for you. Like, what are you doing? So I would just say that my mom, and of course just like my goals just eating at me every day, is just motivation for me to just keep going, because I know that things aren't going to happen immediately. It's not going to happen overnight, but I have strong faith that it is going to happen eventually.
My biggest motivation is I don't know. I guess my biggest motivation is getting out of the hood, as they say. I am not in the hood. Like, I'm not living a bad lifestyle or anything. When I say that, I just mean like my biggest motivation is making something of myself that is independently mine, that I did it for myself. Not because I don't have a lot of opportunities out there for me, but I think my biggest motivation is being able to say, yeah, I did this, I accomplished this. That's my biggest motivation. Also, to not be poor, but I'm actually an adult and making my own money. Like that's definitely one of my biggest motivations. I just don't want to not have money. Not because I want to live a flashy lifestyle, but just because I want to be financially secure.
What is my biggest motivation? I guess my want to not be poor. No, but for real, like, not like I need to be rich beyond my wildest dreams, like throwing the stacks in the air and stuff like that, but just rich enough to live comfortably, you know, like just wanting to have me and my peoples in a place where we can exist comfortably and not have to worry about bills and paying for a whole bunch of nonsense, you know, taxes, all that kind of stuff. Just want to live comfortably, honestly. That's really my biggest motivation. That, and also pushing myself to be the best I can be, at least in the moment when I have that motivation. You know, it's just a want to like be like, what is the pinnacle of what I can reach? Like, where is the peak? Where do I peak at? You know what I mean? Like, some people peak in high school, and you know, listen, if the shoe fits, the shoe fits, but like, they just be still reliving the same stuff that they did in high school, same stuff they did in college, and things of that nature. And it's like, that can't be your whole life. You know, there's got to be more to it than that. At the very least, there's got to be more to it than just partying and just, you know, doing foolishness, I guess, wasting my money and stuff like that. Like, if I'm gonna take a trip, I want to take a trip because I have the bread, not because it was a reward for something I did. Like, I want to be able to wake up and be like, oh, I'd love to go to an island or something, like, or I want to go to Europe or something, and I can go for like 2 months, come back, and it not be that I have no electricity now, I have no water now, I have no, you know, like, my rent is due, I'm about to get evicted. Like, I want it to be that I'm just doing it and I'll come back and I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling and everything's cool and everything's fine, and I want my peoples to be able to experience that with me.
Why did we decide to start the podcast? So everybody's gonna have their own point of view. I'm actually really interested to watch Mickey and CJ's like viewpoint on how everything started. But honestly, a lot of things were happening in all of our lives, and we all just came together and we were like, we need to do something that's gonna make us another stream of income. We need to do something that's gonna occupy our time, something that we have that can be fun but can also make us money. And the initial thing that we thought about was like real estate or like things like that, but realistically, yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into it, and CJ, if I'm talking too much, you can always cut this out. But we were thinking about real estate and stuff, and while we still want to do that in the future, and it is a very good path to go down, it wasn't something that we can just jump off with immediately, if that makes sense. So I already did YouTube, and we were all just brainstorming ideas one day, and we were like, we're gonna come together, we're gonna pick something, and we're gonna start. So podcast came into the mix, everybody loved the idea, so we were like, okay, cool, names for the podcast. And then honestly, after that day, everything just started to build. Me personally, it was to build a new income, but also I wanted to be able to just have a source where I can just vent. I feel like for us to be able to come together as one and just talk about things that people our age can relate to and like get each other's opinions on it, even, it can be very therapeutic, because it's like, damn, I'm not alone. Other people my age are going through the same exact thing. And that's also another reason why I love the podcast so much, because the feedback that I get from my peers even is like, damn, we're all going through the same thing. We're just 20-year-olds trying to make it in life and just trying to grow up, and we're all facing so much obstacles. It's just like, why not do it together? Why not help each other? Why not talk about the problems instead of ignoring them? You know?
Why did I decide to start this podcast? Well, there's a lot of reasons why we decided to start this podcast, but I feel like one of the biggest ones for me was we weren't spending any time together. So I don't know if you guys know, but Celeste is my cousin, and we kind of grew up, we knew each other, and like we were like, oh yeah, cuz, but we didn't really know each other in depth. So having the podcast and clicking as we did in our later years, in our adult years, was great. And we already were having these deep conversations that we have on camera, but we were just not recording it. So it was a great opportunity to spend more time with my cousin, and you know, my boyfriend's also in the podcast. So it's just like we all click really well together. So quality time doesn't seem like a good reason to make a podcast, but I think that's one of the biggest reasons for me. Another reason is just like to do something, to fill up my time, but in a way where it's like not because I was bored, but because I wanted to do something productive. I wanted to spend the time that I already had and turn it into something and create something. That was also one of the factors. Another reason why another reason why I personally decided to be a part of the podcast was just because the idea behind it was great. Like, the things that we were talking about already was just like, what's going on in our lives? What's happening? What is this? Do we enjoy this? Like, this time in our lives where we're just young adults and like we're branching off and we don't know what we're doing. It really is a bunch of trial and error. It really is a bunch of trial and error. So, oh my God, I know it's gonna be so hard to edit, sorry. It's a bunch of trial and error, and that's what we were like, we can't be the only ones feeling this way. Like, our lives are hard, for sure, but we can't be the only ones experiencing these things. And if other people are experiencing it and they can relate to us, it will kind of give them validation that what they're going through is okay. And also, it'll give them, if we have experiences that we can share and it can serve as tips for them and how they can go through it, that would also be a great thing.
Why did we start the podcast? Well, me personally, I've always wanted to do a podcast. Like, I've been talking about doing a podcast from, like, since I was in middle school, right? Like, in middle school, I was the news anchor for our morning announcements, and my segment was, here's the facts, you know, and like every day I'd give a random fact or whatever the case is. People really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it as well, so I was like, I bet. And I'll just go up, have a new fact every day, just be like, hey, it's your friend, CJ Taylor, bringing you the fact. And then I would just say whatever. But just knowing I had the ability to do that was like, I wanted people to hear what I was saying, you know? Especially for the fact that, like, if you know me in person, I don't talk that much. Like, if I don't know you. But if I do know you, then, you know, I have a billion things to say at all times. I have an opinion on everything. You know what I mean? But it's unsolicited sometimes. But that's what comes with being close to me, really. And also just being able to express those thoughts with friends and stuff like that, have a genuine conversation and get it out there to people and stuff like that. Like, Celeste really started this, truthfully. She was the one who brought up the idea, at least. And we were like, hell yeah, let's do it. Like, why not? Like, we're always trying to say, oh, let's do this, let's do that. But let's actually just sit down and start something. Like, just execute a plan on something. And she was the catalyst for that, really. And then now we're here. What? This is 12 episode. Ooh, I dragged it. 7 episodes in, 8 episodes in. And, you know, it just feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, for real. You know, even if it ends up being for a billion different other things as well, like, I'm meant to be doing stuff like this, for sure.
And then lastly is, what are our accomplishments in life so far? Our greatest accomplishments in life so far. I would say my greatest accomplishment in life so far is graduating college. I have my associate's degree. I don't really pay much attention to it, but it is one of my biggest accomplishments. Not just because, oh, it's a college degree, but because of the obstacle. I thought that I heard something, but I guess I was wrong. So yeah, I would say it's not really about the fact that it's like, oh, I have a degree, but I was kind of in, like, when I was in my first, semester of college, COVID happened and stuff, so I didn't really get the in-person college experience until I went away for school 2 years after I graduated college. So it was just a very weird time, and I was facing a lot of challenges, wasn't really doing my work, like, I wasn't myself. So it's the fact that I actually was able to finish on time and get up out of there is why I feel like that's my greatest accomplishment. If I had to think about something else that's one of my greatest accomplishments, that's a tough one. I feel like I haven't really accomplished much that I really want to yet. Like, cool, I can say, like, I've had a lot of jobs. I feel like that's a good accomplishment because I've always been a working woman. I don't know. I don't think that's really an accomplishment. Like, I've lost weight, which I really wanted to do, hit my goal, but I gained it back. So was that really an accomplishment? No. Yeah. So I would I'm low-key blaming myself right now. I would just say that's my biggest accomplishment. I have so much more goals I really want to reach, and when I reach those, I'll be boasting about them. But something that I can say I did and I got, and it's my name attached to it, that's really it. And this channel, of course, creating this channel with my cousins and stuff is a great accomplishment. I feel like the fact that we even began this and said, hey, we're gonna move out of our comfort zone and we're gonna make it happen, is really good as well. And yeah,
I think that my greatest accomplishment in life so far is being alive. Let's be completely honest here. I could come on here and say something, oh, my family. No, I think that, not that I don't love my family, but my greatest accomplishment in life is really the fact that I'm alive and I'm mentally stable. Not to say that I don't have my moments, but I feel like it's really hard to navigate life. There's so many ways that you could die. I'm taking this to a dark place, but it's the truth. I think that being able to go along life and still have hope for the future and still be motivated after everything that's happened, I think that's my greatest accomplishment. And the fact that I keep trying.
My greatest accomplishment? I don't know what my greatest accomplishment is. My hope is to find it one day, truthfully. I just do things really because I feel like I want to do them. So I don't know if I would call them accomplishments. I just call them doing the things I like doing, you know? Like, I think that I have a lot of skill in adapting to things and learning things really fast. So everything I've ever wanted to do, I start out by learning it on my own. So I guess if you want to put it that way, my accomplishment is me being here now with the knowledge that I have. I mean, it's kind of a whack accomplishment to some people, but I think it's pretty cool. You know, like, I think I enjoy having the wealth of knowledge that I have and being able to recognize that for myself. I guess if you want to put it in a physical sense, like tangible object / thing, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I hold sentiment for a lot of different things. Like, I still have my, like, pieces of my first computer that I ever had, things of that nature, and like specific parts to remind me of things. So I enjoy everything, all the accomplishments and goals I've made. There's something significant about all of them. Not to say any one doesn't stand out, but I guess if I had to choose, probably just bettering myself as a person to get here. You know, like, oftentimes we just sit there and we're like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be better, I want to do better. And more often than not, we end up just not taking those steps. And I feel like life has given me a lot of different motivators to just change. And some of them I fought against, some of them I didn't, some of them I let sweep me away. But despite all of that, you know, I'm still standing, I'm still here, doing what I gotta do, trying to better myself and better the lives of those around me that I care about and whatnot. So I guess if I had to put it one way, that'd probably be my greatest accomplishment.
So I hope this gave you guys a little bit more insight on us.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked, drop a like down below, you know, and we just want to say we appreciate y'all for tuning in every single week.
I don't know if we talked enough, maybe we talked too little, but hopefully you guys got some more information on us. We're gonna also be doing more videos like this in the future, of course, as we build our following more. And then, of course, if you want to follow us on our socials and get to know us more, you can also do that.
Checking us out, for those who have been watching every single video, promoting us, posting us and stuff like that. We appreciate it a lot.
Everything is going to be in the link below, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Peace.